start this mural a long time ago, in 95.
96.
96. Primero empiezo a trabajar con el espacio, siempre que trabajo, con el espacio. Una vez que ya estudio el espacio, ya está listo. This is the issue representing the all different heroes from Latino America. Well, esta es una obra en La Villita, es Francisco y Madero Elementary School. It's in Highland Park, and the school, the high school, Highland Park. It's a violin, la parte final del violín, no sé qué es. Pero esa es una vista desde ese ángulo, no muy usual. I work with the students, all themes come from the students, and we work and investigate those things, and then we're looking for images, and then in the end we select all together the best images, best symbols, and we can create different symbols. This is in my hometown, in Caurio de Guadalupe, in Michoacán. A lot of with symbols, with different symbols about immigration. And this is here in Chicago, my home studio. It's a Gallagher in Wonderland. O sea, represent some guy who crossed the frontier and moved to this country. This refers to people in the barrio. One child who played with the drum. A bullet take him and died, and then the offering with veladores. And this too is the same idea, muerte de un corazón joven.
This is playing cards. I did political playing cards. I did back in 1968. And there's the politicians. This is the back of the card. As you see, then the President of the United States was Lyndon Johnson. I portray him as a part jíbaro, part cowboy, playing a huicharo, which is a native instrument of Puerto Rico. And these are political leaders of Puerto Rico at the time. Some are the Popular Party, which is the status quo, Free Associated State stand up, then the Independentistas, the Independent Party, the Movement for Independence, and the Statehood Party. And I kind of picture them in ways that people recognize as part of their doings or their undoings. This is another show I did in the early 90s, both in Puerto Rico and New York and Washington. It's called A House for Us All, and this is part of the show on La Guagua area. It's from a text taken from Rafael Sanchez, one of our foremost writers. And I did it with the community of immigrants in New York. Each one had to take a chair next. It's like a plane, and they brought old chairs found in the street, and we decorated them according to a passage in this writing by Rafael Sanchez. This one was of this stone. We painted the stone, and I wanted to paint it and paint it with the community. They got together and said, no, Maestro, that stone is sacred, because I was here before we came, and there was a pity because I wanted to do it with you. Say, no, but we reached a decision that we want you to paint it. If you paint it, it's okay. So one day that everybody went to swim in a lake, I stayed and painted it with that little kid who was my helper. He would give me the brushes and whatnot. I enjoy doing that, I must say, more than most of the things I've ever done. And this is called Vélalo. I asked the assistant, the people, the public to the show, to allow me to have 3 very important signs of identity: their faces, their thumbprints, and the names. I have a stamp pad. People come, put their thumbs, and then they print it on 2 different papers. I do a portrait of them in the print, the thumbprint, and then I put their name underneath, and And then I present the two so that they select which one they prefer to have for themselves. So in the next site of the show, I will have it, as you can see. See, I do kind of abstract shapes that play with light and shadow. And the thing is, I begin from the outside of the building, and I go up the stairs. If there's an elevator, I go up the elevator to where I make this shape, which varies with each place. I remember back in the old times, there would be art by subscription. Museums and art institutions would go around and get money from the people to create something for the people. It would be that bad idea to go back to that old custom of it's an art of the people, by the people, and for the people. What places like this university, they sponsor, like this very occasion we have here. We've gathered together to show what we do and to pose our questions, our hopes, and our despair. And that's one way. That's what we aim to do, is transform reality, and that's what any poet, musician, or visual artist is about.
Mostly the movement starts automatically or after the mind. I start with the people who will be interested in making something. The movement in murals in Pilsen start in, they don't take class for murals, so they start only automatically. We work free, we start with those kind of movements.
But also, if we try to improve lives in our neighborhoods, why not go to the local bakery? They are affected by crime, or the local barber shop, or the local everything. And say, we want to better our conditions of life. We can we want to teach people to make art and to contribute to the well-being of our society. Not just beautifying walls. We want to change life. But in order to do that, people must make a living. So give us some money to buy materials and to pay some salaries, even though they're low, but to pay people to do something to better this community. Thank you so much.